Hello, it's Hypnopunk here with another episode of Unstuck Transformation with Edge. So if you're looking to have somebody bathe you in cotton wool and stroke your arms like a havening convention and tell you everything's going to be okay and have sympathy for you, this is probably the wrong show to listen to, because we have Edge here, and if we have to lovingly bitch slap you across the face in order to get you to change, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So there will be colourful language, hence why I submitted it to iTunes. It said, will you be having colourful language? Actually, I don't think that's what they said. It was, are you going to use any explicit terms? And I said yes, so you know what you're in for. But disclaimer aside, today's episode is all on your story. What's your story? What the hell's a story? Let me tell you, the story is the thing that's keeping you held back in your life. The story is the thing that keeps you miserable. The story is the thing that keeps you fat. The story is the thing that keeps you from getting your ideal love partner in your life. Your story is the thing that you tell yourself that keeps that back pain, that shoulder pain, that neck pain in your body. That story is your glass ceiling. That story is the limitation that you've been fed by the world, but even more importantly and tragically by yourself, that keeps you at the station you now are at your life and will never ever allow you to ascend to the next level unless you change your fucking story to actually what you want in life. You'd be amazed at the amount of clients that I see as a change worker, that when I ask them what they want, they then give me a laundry list, a long laundry list of everything they don't want, and they think it's the same. It's almost like I do this, ladies and gentlemen. If I said to you, don't think of a blue tree, what do you have to do inside your head? To process that very sentence, you have to think of a blue tree. So if I ask the smoker, what do you want in your life? Well, I don't want to smoke. Their unconscious mind hears, I want to smoke. If the overweight person says, I don't want to be fat anymore, their unconscious mind is the controller in their life. That 5-year-old inside that pulls all the strings hears, I want to be fat. The person who has back pain who says, I don't want to have back pain anymore, all their unconscious mind is I want to have back pain. The person who doesn't want to be poor financially anymore who says, I don't want to be poor, all their unconscious mind hears is, yeah, you guessed it, I'm hammering the point home, is I want to be poor. Your story, the thing that you tell yourself, is the way that you hypnotize yourself, but you're not aware of it each and every day. Now, I'm not saying that you sit down around your coffee table, your dining room table, the table you have outside in the yard or garden if it's nice weather, and you sit down there one day and you say, you know what, I'm going to have all these limitations in my life. I'm going to be poor, I'm going to be fat, I'm going to be miserable, I'm not going to have the kind of relationships that I want, I'm going to have a job that I hate, and my kids are going to hate me, and my life's going to be miserable, and I'm going to suffer from anxiety every day and be on lots of meds and be deeply depressed and certified by a clinical practitioner as being depressed, as having clinical depression. I'm not saying that you're doing that consciously. But we all have a story, every last one of us, hell, even me, that keeps you habitually stuck. Now, the thing about your story is it's just a fucking story. It's something that you've hypnotized yourself, that's got in through your head, a seed's been planted by the media, by people around you, that you start to actually believe is true. It's not. You want to change your life. The fastest way that you can change it is change your fucking story. Change it. Change the CD. Change the MP3. Change that music that you're listening to. Change the story. Well, how do you do it, Luke? Well, first of all, what you do is you sit down and you make a list of everything that's not working for you in your life. Everything. From the minutiae to the large things. To that you're not got the kind of job that you want, if that's a problem for you. You don't have the kind of relationship you want, if that's a problem for you. You don't have the kind of physical health, if that's a problem for you. But everything, the A to Z, every perceived weakness that you think you have in your life, everything that you don't feel is working for you, write a list. Take as much paper as you want. Don't worry, the trees will thank you for it, because you're going to plant more seeds and water them better. Take as much time as you need. Everything. Leave no stone unturned. And then what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite it all in the positive. So if one of your things was, I'm a fat bastard, and you want to be slim, you want to be lean, you want to be sexy, you want to be healthy, you write the opposite. I'm lean, I'm sexy, I'm healthy. Yes, it may be consciously a crock of shit right now, but so's the other story you've been telling yourself. Am I asking you to delude yourself? Absolutely. But have you been deluding yourself up to this point? Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm telling you to delude yourself in such a way that propels you to get more of the things that you want in life and less of the crap that you don't. Okay, so you're going to rewrite that list of negatives in the positive. So everything that's not working is now working perfectly. Everything you don't have, you now have. You're not waiting for it to happen. It's not, you're almost there. You have it. You state it as in the affirmative, as in the present. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna attract my ideal mate. I'm gonna make $1 million if that's your thing. It's like, no, I'm already making all the money I want and need in your life. I have all the people I want and need in my life now, and it feels amazing. I give tremendously to them. You write it as if you already had it. Yeah, there might be a part of your mind that says, well, this is a crock of shit. How can I believe that? Your story that you tell yourself every day is a crock of shit and has kept you stuck. And there's a great quote, I think it may be from a very smart guy that you may have heard of called Albert Einstein, is that illogical solutions require illogical problems, a massacre in it. Illogical problems require illogical solutions. All right, you're going to change your story, so everything that isn't working, you now write it as it's working. Okay, that's your second step. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the power of this, all right? I've been doing this for many years now. And what you'll do is you'll end up writing something that may be 4 to 6 minutes. You're going to write it down. You're going to read it to yourself every day inside your mind. You're going to read it out loud. And yeah, people might look at you like you're a whack job. It's okay. They're stuck in their story. You might even record it if you've got one of these little newfangled phones where you have a recording device. You might even record it on there so you can listen to it. And when you read it back every day in your head out loud, when you listen to it, don't just do it passively. Oh, I have all the excitement and energy I need in my life. No, get up in your body and say, I have all the excitement that I need. I have all the passion to get everything done. I might get up early, I might go to bed late, but I feel amazing. Convince your neurology that this is right for you, that this is working for you. Don't just do it passively. Don't think by being a passive participant in this that you're really doing anything. You need to be an active participant in your life. So do it. Write it down every day. Everything that isn't working, write it that it is working. And add lines like this. Not like it's just working, it's a battle. But no, that thing that used to be difficult for me is now easy and effortless. And the things that used to be problematic for me are now fun. That thing that used to be a problem, when I used to wake up, it used to be tough for me. Now it's just fun. Now I enjoy it because you hear it enough every day in your own voice. You read it enough out loud and inside your head. It starts to become your reality. Everything that isn't working now becomes your greatest strength to become everything that propels you to get to the next life, or to the next level, I should say. I don't know if there is such a thing as past lives. That's a topic for another show, indeed. But you're going to write all that down. I'll tell you the power of a story. When I started to learn this, it was a good few years ago. I was speaking to one of my friends at the time, Avi, and we were talking. He said, Luke, you'd be good at one of these TED Talks. And I thought, yeah, I would be good at one of these TED Talks that you can find online. I talked to Ottawa University about hypnosis for studying, and that was the main event. But that aside, I just put it in my story, like I've been offered a TED Talk and it went tremendously well. Put it in my story. I actually forgot about it, to be honest. And even though I was reading it every day, I have so much in my story, it becomes unconscious. I don't even consciously think about it. And almost a year to the very day that I put it first in my story, because sometimes things don't happen overnight. You have to water that seed, and you water it by telling yourself the story every day, the new story, that everything is the way you want it to be. And even the things that don't quite turn out the way you want them to do at this particular moment always eventually propel you to learn lessons to get to the next level easily and effortlessly, that you can feel amazing. So I just reframe myself. All your story is reframing everything that didn't work to make it that it is something that propels you, that does work. So back to my story. I put this TED Talk thing in about a year today. I'm on my Facebook late one night, and it says 2 hours left to submit your TED Talk to university. So I'm like, shit, okay, this is a sign. I remember I actually put this in my talk, in my story, didn't I? All right, so let me just make some shit up, honestly. And I submitted a talk to the university, to Ottawa University for Hypnosis and Learning. and it got accepted. And I went on there and I did a TED Talk. You can find it on my YouTube channel, YouTube.com/Luke Just put my TED Talk in there, you'll find it. I am quite fat at that point, I will tell you this. You want to have a good laugh and see how fat I was. You can see I am now a picture of perfection, though, obviously. And that probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't put it in my TED Talks. I completely forgot about it, and it just manifested itself. So the power of your story is amazing. If you got back pain, put it in your story. Am I saying you shouldn't consult a physical physician? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is that story you tell yourself every day, oh, I'm in pain, I'm miserable. You put it in your story. I've released all that thing that used to be pain to me, and now I have amazing flexibility in my back. I have a tremendous anxiety. I can't talk to anyone. Now becomes, I love speaking with people. It's just a release for me. It dumps dopamine into my body. It makes me feel naturally high. I love it. I can't believe I missed this for so many years, but I'm happy that I found it now. If you want to be an entrepreneur but you're scared to take that jump in, it now becomes I'm a happy, healthy, successful entrepreneur, and I get things done immediately, and it feels amazing. You state everything as if you got it now, not at some point in the future. That's how powerful your story can be. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to do it tonight. I want you to read that story back to yourself every day, in your head, out loud. Get your full body into it, as I said earlier on. Really get passionate about it. Record your voice on an uptime, passionate state as you say it. So every day you hear yourself saying it to yourself inside your head. You say it out loud so you hear your voice, but you've also recorded it as well. So at least 2-3 times a day you're hearing your story. And you may think there may be a part of your mind that says, this is a crock of shit, this is never going to happen. That's just part of your story as well. It's just that conditioned story that it is a crock of shit that you've been listening to for so long that you actually believe is real. It's not real. Nothing's real, really. We can't even prove that reality is real. So better delude yourself to be happy and have the things that you want rather than the things that you don't want. So many people, as I mentioned earlier, can tell me what they don't want. Very few people can tell me what they do want. So what do you want? Write it down. What do you want? Listen to this podcast again. Not what don't you want, what do you want in its place? If we take the cigarettes away from the smoker, if we take the fat away from the person who's obese, if we take the pain away from the person who has back pain, if we take the anxiety away from the soldier who has PTSD, that's well and good, but what do you want in its place? What positive do you want in its place? Write that in your story. Everything about your health. Scan your health. What's not right about your health now? Reframe it into the positive that you already have it now. Go through your health. What's not working in relationships with you now? Write a list of it, and then reframe it in the positive that you have everything that you need. What's not working for you in your career right now? Write it all down, then reframe it in the affirmative, in the positive, so you already have it now. So every area of your life is catered for in your story. Everything that was your weakness, everything that held you back now becomes your strength. And you brainwash, you delude yourself every day into doing it. You may think brainwashing, deluding yourself is wrong, but you've been doing it every day. That's what's kept you stuck. You're stuck because you deluded yourself with a bullshit story that you told yourself every day about why you weren't good enough and why you can't do it. It was bullshit, I'm telling you, and I'm not picking on you because we all did it, including me. And what I'm telling you now, this is a wake-up stall. Wake-up stall? It's a wake-up call to just stop it. Stop that bullshit. Change that musical track and create a new story for your life where your life is going exactly how you want it to do it, easily and effortlessly. You're having fun. It's amazing. Everything that was your weakness is now your greatest strength. Write it down. Read it. Say it. Record it every day. Listen to it multiple times a day. If you're in the bathroom, if you're in my office, the toilet, and you're in there and you're doing your business, read your story again. If you're in a public place, say it inside your head. Put your headphones in, listen to your recording of it. But rather than go through all those habitual negative thoughts of, oh, I'm stressed, oh, I'm anxious, oh, it's not a good day today, I'm feeling this, that, or the devil knows what. That's all bullshit. It's something you're just telling yourself. So just change it. If you're not feeling good, I'm feeling amazing. And even though there's a part of your mind that says you are talking shit, it's just deluding you. Yeah, you know what? Delude yourself into positive, because all that shit you've been telling yourself, all that stuff you've been shoveled from the media, and you've taken it consciously or unconsciously, was bullshit to keep you trapped. So if you want to stay trapped, keep your fucking story. When clients come to see me and they go into their story, I say this to them with love and respect. I don't give a fuck about your story. If you want to keep your story, here's your money back, you can leave. If you want to get rid of your story and have a new story where you get everything you want in your life and get rid of all the shit you don't want, I don't want to hear from you consciously anymore, because I'm going to talk to your unconscious mind and find out what you do indeed want. Your story is where everything starts. Your story is where everything stops. It's your story. Identify this brainwashing that's been going on, that you've accepted on some unconscious level. Yeah, you can blame the world, but on some level you're asleep, and to this point this is your wake-up call. We're unplugging you from the matrix. Stop it. It's not real. Your story is not real. I don't care if you told yourself the story for a week, a month, a year, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years. The thing that's been holding you back, it's not real. Even though it seems real, nothing's really real. We can't even really prove that we exist if you want to look into Descartes' philosophy. So I'm telling you now, better delude yourself into things that empower you, make you live your life in an amazing, positive, successful way, where you grab your life by the balls and you go for what you want. Then feed yourself that shit, or take that shit from the world every day, thinking that's your only choice. Change your fucking story. Do it now. If you only do this, if you never buy another self-help book, if you never listen to another podcast, if you never go to another seminar, if you just do this, you will change your life. But you've got to do it every day. Every day without fail. And the days that you really don't want to do it, you've got to do it even more. More and more and more. And if you find yourself throughout the day having some kind of habitual thought, some pattern, some shit that you have to feed, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm feeling bad, she won't like me, he won't like me, this diet won't work, this hypnosis won't be successful, change it in that moment. This hypnosis will be successful, she will like me, he will like me, this exercise regime will work. It won't be hard, it's going to be easy, it's actually going to be effortless. I'm going to get up on time and do it. Reframe it in that moment. Become a reframing machine of your thoughts. So you're consistently in that state of reframing. You consistently catch that negative voice immediately, so you can change it. So you can live the story that you want. So instead of being a passive participant in life, thinking that life is done to you, you now become an active participant in that you are manifesting the life that you want. You're doing it, and you choose what you put into your story, and you won't blindly let the media or someone else, you won't allow them to put things into your story unless it's gone through the filter of is it right for me, is it going to empower me, is it going to take me to the next level, is it going to bring me more joy, more happiness, more success in my life or not. If it isn't, don't accept the bullshit. Let me ask you, imagine you're at home one day, you get a knock on the door, you open the door and it's someone there and have a plate of shit. You can't stop them from delivering a plate of shit. But what you can do is you don't have to take that plate of shit. You can slam that door in their face. You don't have to eat it, and you don't have to take it. You can't control the triggers out there, what people say and do, but you can most certainly control what you do in response to that. So you're in control of the shit that you eat. And I'd propose to you a new diet, a shitless diet, where you don't eat any more of it anymore. Because quite frankly, talking about eating shit is a bit weird right now. Just stop it. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Just stop it. Don't eat shit. It's bad. Eat what you want. Be healthy. Be strong. Choose what you put into your story. Let it be your masterpiece. Will everything happen immediately exactly the way that you want it? Probably not. Some things will change automatically and you'll be like, oh, this story is working. Some things will take more time. You might even in the past got frustrated. So you know what you do in your story, like, oh, everything happens at exactly the right time for me, and the rare occasion things don't quite happen as fast as I want them to happen, I'm just ready and prepared for it to happen because I know it will, to propel me to take my life to the next level. Everything can be reframed to positive, to take you to the next level. Delude yourself, but delude yourself with this story, a story that you choose. Don't be a robot, don't be a monkey, don't be plugged into the matrix. Stop blaming the world. This is your wake-up call. Choose your fucking story. Choose the soundtrack of your life and your mind. Do something about it now. Stop blaming other people. Don't blame yourself. Just take responsibility. Change your fucking story to something that is truly magnificent. So everything that isn't working is now working. Everything you don't have, you have in abundance. Everything that was a problem is now your greatest strength, your greatest thing that works as a propulsion system to both push and pull you to where you want to go easily and effortlessly. I've been Luke Michael Howard. This has been another episode of Unstuck with Hypnopunk, which is my podcast name. Sometimes I forget. What we're doing all this month is I'm doing 30-minute power sessions. What's a power session? Well, it's free. It's with me over Skype, or if you're in Ontario, over the telephone, or whatever that iMessage thing is where you can talk on iPhones for free. It's 30 minutes with me. You got a problem, you got something you want to fix, you want something more in your life, we have 30 minutes on the phone for free where we can have a chat, and I can offer you perhaps some solutions for that, and perhaps a blueprint that if we did go together and work together in the future, how we can get you to the next level of getting rid of the crap you no longer want and having and embracing the stuff that you want. All you got to do to claim your 30-minute power session with me is just send me an email. Email address is mail@lukenosis.com. Mail, M-A-I-L, at Lukenosis, L-U-K-E-N-O-S-I-S.com. Tell me your name. Tell me a little bit about what your situation is, how you think that I can help you, and best times to reach you, and your Skype handle or whatever the iPhone thing is, and your telephone number if you're in Ontario, and then we'll book that power session and see how we can get you to the next level and how to create a better story in your life. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast as much as I enjoy putting them out there, then please leave me a nice review on iTunes and give me a 5-star rating, because that inspires me to do these more regularly and to help more people and spread the word. Tell your friends about this show, Unstuck with Hypnopunk, Transformation with Edge. And as I always like to say, always believe.